Hey, fellow metal detectors. I'm doing a comparison today. I've got two PI machines and wanted to do a comparison to see the performance of each one. Now, it's going to be an air test. It's not going to be a beach test. Most people use PI detectors in the surf. They're not really good for trashy areas. So I use my other metal detectors, VLF machines. But in the surf, in the water, I love using PI detector. That's my personal favorite. You know, some might differ, but I've never found a VLF machine to perform as well in salt water as I have with a PI machine. PI machines work great in salt water. They've got the added depth. There's too many filters in VLF machines to work well. I mean, they work okay, but for my money, I'd rather have a PI detector while in the ocean or in the surf, the wet sand, and that's primarily where I hunt. So today I've got the two machines. Like I said, I got a Garrett Sea Hunter Mark II, and I've got the new Beach Hunter, White's Beach Hunter TDI. Fantastic machine. I really like the machine. It's got two tones, primarily working the surf and anything under 33 feet in depth, because the Sea Hunter goes down 200 feet, and it's a favorite of divers because it goes really deep and simple to operate, and it's like a tank. Um, I've never known it to break down. So it's really a great machine too. Now the difference is one is $1,200 and one's $600. So there is a comparison in price. It's a Garrett machine. Garrett's great service. If you send something in, it comes back right away. They're really great to work with. So I like the Garrett, and I've heard good things about White. I've never tested the Whites out, but anyways, that's a little bit about what I'm doing here. So I'm going to start with the Sea Hunter. I've got the Sea Hunter here ready to go. So let's test it out and see how it works. Again, it's just an air test. I'm not digging holes in the surf and losing stuff. It's just too hard to do in the surf. But anyways, so let me show you the settings. Okay, here's the machine right here. And as you can see, I've got power on. You might have heard the 4 beeps. It always beeps that way, tell you the battery's good. Elimination, I like to have it for this test at 0. Threshold, I'm going to mix that with the tone and the chatter, try to minimize the chatter. So that's where we're going to go. So that's, without further ado, I've got the larger coil. As you can see, I got, because the Sea Hunter, I mean the Beach Hunter comes with a 10-inch coil, 12-inch coil with a 6-inch inner coil, dual feed. So it's got 2 coils in one. And so I picked the larger coil for the Sea Hunter, which is the 10 by 15. I'm going to put the earphones close so you can hear the beep. Hopefully you can hear it. So for the first test, as you can see, I got it marked out in inches, 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on. So the first one is going to be gold. I'll tell you, a gold ring I found. This is a real nice find. I don't know if you can hear it. But I see 6 inches here. There's probably 6-inch. I would try 6 inches. That's what I would dig. 7. So I'll try turning it. 7's a distance. 6 is a possibility. 5 is definite. So I would call it 6, 5. Again, it depends on which way I'm facing it to. But I got 6. I would say 6 is diggable. Okay, that's the Beach Hunter. I mean the Sea Hunter. I've got silver ring, also a find. And it's 6 again. As air test, they tend to do better in salt water. Alright, another silver ring, just wanted to get a comparison. 6. Quarter, real silver quarter, and that's flatways. More a 5, doubt a 6, so I would say I'd dig a 5. Dime should work the same way. Smaller target, but 5. 5. Nickel. Actually, nickel does a little better than quarter. Okay. The hated penny. God, I got gobs of pennies. I might have buckets and buckets of damn pennies. And the zinc ones, the salt water turns them to trash. They're not even worth holding on to. I don't know why they produce them. Not worth nothing. And cost more to make. So 5. So in conclusion here, I'd say I would say the Garrett Sea Hunter would be a good PI machine. It's dependable, like I said. But I'm seeing only 5 on coins and 6 on gold and silver. So we can now compare that with the White's Beach Hunter TDI and see how it goes and compare the two. Stand by. Okay, back again. I got the Beach Hunter. So I thought I'd show you the settings. First thing, delay. Delay is minimum. You know, that's what gives you the delay pulse, how fast it reacts. And the gain is on 6. I've got the ground balance off because I'm not using it. And threshold and volume mix and match until you get that little buzz. And the frequency I got about 50%. So we're going to go up first with the gold. It's even going off now. So here's the gold. Seven. Calling that a 7. 8. If you can hear it. 8. A little slower. 8. This is air test. Just trying to get some idea what each machine can do. Both PI machines. Okay, that's the gold. We'll try the silver. Eight again. Quarter. Six. Six and a half. Long ways. 4 or 5. 9, smaller target. 5. Maybe 6. So it looks like the coins are 6 to 7. Gold and silver is 8 to 9. Nickel. 6 to 7. Slight 8. A little bit 7. Actually, nickel shows up a little better. And the hated penny. God, I hate pulling these things. I got buckets of pennies. Why do they keep making those things? They cost more to make than they're worth. 7. That's why they're zinc now. Hopefully you can hear that buzz. Yeah, 6 to 7. So. Okay, so in conclusion, what we're looking at is the White's TDI. We're looking at 8 to 9 for gold and silver, and coins 6 to 7. The Beach Hunter, the Garrett Sea Hunter is in the 4s to 5 ranges. Now the Sea Hunter costs half as much as the White's TDI. White's TDI is more expensive. It's $1,200 versus 600. You can get a 650, something like that. You can get a Garrett. So there is a price to pay for the depth you're getting out of it. But I like it. It's a nice machine. It does have the 2 tones, which kind of helps. 2 tones, the high tones. I should turn this around here. The two tones will tell you that's gold. Low is gold, high is silver. So it does give you an indication of what's beneath your coil, and that's kind of nice. It's very light. It's hip mounted. You can also hip mount the Garrett Sea Hunter. It's built like a tank. The Sea Hunter will go down 200 feet versus the TDI is only 33 feet. So, you know, for surf hunting, both of them are excellent. If you're going to go deep sea diving, you probably take the Sea Hunter. So they all have their place and price. The Beach Hunter burns through batteries. It does have a nickel cadmium battery, so you can recharge it at night, so that doesn't affect it. So I just recharge them every night after using it. Now the Sea Hunter, they'll last 15 hours on a set of batteries. You can get alkaline rechargeables, nickel cadmium batteries. You can recharge them also. So equally on the batteries, it's just the TDI, you're going to be changing batteries more often than you would on the Sea Hunter. So they're both decent machines. All depends how much you want to pay. The Cadillac is a TDI right now, but that comes at a price. But I like both machines. I find in the surf, the pulse induction machines far outweigh the VLF machines. I use the VLF machines only when I'm hunting sand, in the sand or trashy areas, because you can discriminate a little better than you can with a PI machine. But in the surf, I don't think you can beat a PI machine. It's my go-to machine. If I'm going out surfing, surf hunting, I bring either machine and I'm happy. I get deep targets where others don't, and you'll pick up a little more trash, obviously, because there's no discrimination, but you're not going to miss anything. A VLF machine, you're lucky to get 3-4 inches. They just don't have the depth. They don't have the power, the low frequency, low power. So that's my tip. Surfing in the water, in the salt water, surf hunting, go for a PI machine. Otherwise, the Mind Lab Equinox, and I can do a test on that later. But that's all for now. Remember to like and subscribe. Talk to you later. Stand by for the next one.